Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities and Miniatures, and boy do we have a pile of stuff to show off this week. We're going to get things started off here with another model from my very reclusive brother who decides to paint things every now and then. Mr. Sparkle Trout has decided to grace us once more with some painted models, even though he has piles of unfinished stuff just like me. This guy is from Cyberforge. They had their kind of Borg assimilated humans a while back. So you can see his brain. I like the effect on that gemstone. I thought it was actually reflecting off of my camera. No, he painted it that way. The little light there. Came out pretty nice. Who is he the brains behind? Well, it looks like he is the brains behind a bunch of Papsicles Exterminators. You heard me correctly. Exterminators, right? Actually, these guys came out really nice. I know he's got some of the decrepit falling apart ones as well, so hopefully we'll see those in the future. Of course, one of the nice things about models like these is that they don't require the most complex of paint jobs. I do appreciate the fact that they're chunky enough that even as a single piece, they were not that big of a hassle to remove from the supports. Like I said, he's been busy. And robot skeletons can always find a home in any kind of grimdark future setting. We have another Cyberforge figure he painted up here to combat against them. This is from their Dune-inspired line. I didn't see the new movie, so I'm not sure which house this is supposed to be from. Or at least inspired by. Looks cool. I like the desert armor. Came out nice. And I even painted a Cyberforge model myself. Not to as nice of degree. So you can see here, I mean, the Cyberforge stuff tends to be pretty well scaled at like 32 millimeters. So these Exterminators might make for some good grimdark robotic cannon fodder if that's something you're in the market for. And as always, we'll have those links down below. So if you are in the market for said things, well, you can go ahead and grab yourself some. Now, most of the stuff that I got done this week is models that I've had just laying around and I didn't finish for like forever. Hence this lady. Whoa! I have dropped her so many times, and the fact that I have not broken those swords is a testament to the quality of Raging Heroes sculpts. This was from their Mordheim-inspired, Rotten City. I don't remember what they called it, but this is like one of their warrior nuns. Not their usual bases. It was a lot flatter than they usually do. This is the base she is supposed to stand on, though. I know that because I printed it out at the same time. And they had a whole slew of warrior nun types. So if that's something you might want to be on the lookout for, if you have use of, definitely check those out. Their most recent offering for January were their Angels versus Demons in the same setting. So we went ahead and tried painting up one of the Angels. They've had Angels before. I liked this set. Very simple paint job, but the results are decent, especially from a tabletop perspective. I think it'll work out pretty well. Good size. All right. I also painted up the vulva for my Nords for Parabellum's Conquest, and I did an awful job right there. That's kind of yucky. And unfortunately, she has beaten the actual Nord Shaman to being finished. I think she's just supplanted him in that role. So if I do have need of a magic user type, we'll just have her fill in instead for the time being. Also got her some of the Valkyries to accompany her, so we'll have to have those done for a video hopefully soon. I did okay of job. Yeah, I know it's super zoomed in, but I just want to prove my point that I actually did. No, she came out okay. And as promised, Goreshiv Hammerfist, I believe that's his name. Sounds right. I did manage to get him finished. Without breaking him, no less. And I did notice there's a few spots that I missed in between the cracks in, gaps of various areas on him, but I think for the most part, he came out all right. Of course, I already pre-ordered the new Goliath guy to go with him, and maybe I'll get around to putting a video up. I also have the Kill Fist Macbeth hand, or whatever his name is, the dude with the big bear trap attached to his hand and giant maul. I'll have to put a video of him up as well. I like the Goliaths. I think they're the most boring flavor-wise, but the character models they've made for them are great. And that new Corpse Guild, ooh. I keep telling my wife, if you want to give me these for Valentine's, that's okay. Maybe she will. Maybe I'll just get them myself. Just circumvent her completely, right? Now, I do always ask for permission most of the time. I really like this guy, though. Something about him. I think it's... I know it's all the gear. The gear really sells it to me. He's just got too much of it. But the skull head, all the multiple skulls, come to think of it, he's got them all over the place. One right there. He's literally wearing one on his back. Oh, that's right. I think I was supposed to paint those eye socket things in. Whoops. Well, we'll go fix that up. But overall, I'm pretty pleased with how he turned out. Now, the craziest thing that I had no intention of painting, well, I did have the intention of painting. I think I posted it already on Instagram. And those are the Power Ranger Heroes of the Grid guys. I know nothing about Power Rangers. I will wholly admit I watched the original series when it was first on. And I mean, as a fan of tokusatsu, superhero, costume monster type stuff, I dug it. It was cool. I watched a lot of VR Troopers when it was on, when my brother was watching it as well. But I ended up almost painting the entire box of the villains. I don't remember her name. Treenak? I don't know what their names are. Bug Girl. I tried to use the colors from the box. She has this kind of blue and purple thing going on. She's supposed to have all these cutouts in her clothing, which was really annoying to do. But I tried. I left them glossy, and I actually kind of feel like it suits them more as board game pieces. I don't know. I'm more than welcome to hear your opinion on whether I should keep them glossy or not. So we got her. We got this dude from Time Rangers. I have no idea what his name is in English. Again, the gloss is more obvious on some of these than others. I did not bother with any of the mold lines. I just went to town. The cool thing about these figures, though, I think, is that really they can be used for any kind of, I mean, yeah, he's big. But, you could find a use. Games like 5 Parsecs or any of the, sci-fi skirmish games, always perfect excuse to have, colorful villains in there. Or on your team. The bad guy boss from Go Sager. I sort of kind of remember watching it. Having to paint all those stupid lines was fun. And I did try to do his eyes, but you can't really tell the difference. They kind of blended in. I should have got a lighter, even lighter blue. I might go back and touch that up. It's funny because despite the poses, I thought that the posing was very stiff. at least on the more traditional human-looking models. And then we have my favorite of the bunch, the reason I bought the set, Juuzou. I think it's called Decker or something in English. Which is funny because it just makes me think of Ultraman Decker, which just finished airing the other day. And I can hear my son literally, he bought the Henshin device for, I don't know, Christmas or something. And that's like, he's totally into messing around with it and playing with the cards for it. But anyway. I did try to do some highlighting and washing on him. I don't know, now that I look at it, I'm like, maybe I need to get rid of the gloss. I really liked his design. I don't like the fact that they kind of flattened out his head. I mean, obviously, with the confines of a board game and the more simple plastic, and especially considering the size of the figures, I don't know, they've really grown on me, especially just the sheer colorfulness of them, and the camera is not cooperating with them showing up on screen. So I think it's going to make for a fun game. I did actually manage to win a copy of the base game just the other day. And I have one of the expansions coming that has like all the rivals that end up, joining the heroes. So I'm really looking forward to painting them. Probably more so than actually playing the game. But I think, got most of these guys done within a day. I couldn't stop. It's like you get in that groove and you just can't help yourself sometimes. That was me with these figures. It started with him, and then it went to him, and then it went to him, and then it went to her, and I actually have the fifth one, the boss that they put in for the Time Rangers guy, the white dude with the long hair and the messed up face. I've got him almost finished as well, so he'll show up next week. Not that I didn't have like a bunch of other stuff all sitting on the table already, but you know how that goes. Sometimes other things take precedence. So a nice little spread of things. You can see here, putting the other figures in front of the Power Ranger stuff. They are significantly larger and lacking in detail, but I don't know. I feel like they got a lot of charm to them. So, happy I got stuff done. Happy Sparkle Trout there got stuff done as well. Hopefully we'll see more from him. I will light a fire under his feet to see if I can get more as well, considering I just gave him a pile of stuff today to deal with that he wanted printed. Hopefully we'll see more from him. As always, we'll have all those links down below if you want to find any of this stuff yourself, and hopefully do a better job painting it. I mean, I'm always up to see it. I love seeing what you guys are doing too. I've been throwing that hashtag weekly painting progress on all this stuff, so if you're curious to see any of this for any reason a little bit more up close and personal, I've got all that on Instagram. Do I have a link to that somewhere? I don't know. You can find me there. It's Obscurities and Miniatures. Anyways, looking forward to trying to finish up some of the other stuff I've got handy. Hopefully all of you guys are doing the same, keeping busy, keeping safe, and keep on painting. So with that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.